especially since you're starting out. Do not go out full blast to sell everything. It's not possible. You will not be able to do it.
All you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magics and your side chicks. I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this. It's a part of the game.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video. My name is Marion. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and I'm so happy that you're here. So today I am going to be talking about how to start a hair business. I'm talking about business today because I've been in this area, in this business, coming to 7 years now. It started as a side gig, and eventually one thing led to the other, and then we got Zillions.com. Anyway, today I'm talking about the steps that one would need in order to start a hair business. And this goes out to anyone who is planning on starting a hair business, or anyone who has been thinking about it. So the number one thing, of course, before you begin anything is to have God in your plan. Involve God, pray and have a relationship with God so He can give you the knowledge, the wisdom, the guidance that you need to execute your plan. And so with this, I leave you with Isaiah 41:10, where He promises that He will help us. Then the very first thing that you would need to start a hair business is to have a plan. So all of us, we go to school, we are taught how to write business plans, but I'm sure many of us leave school without actually learning how to write a business plan. So don't be scared and think that you need to be writing that full, detailed business plan. For your business, for a hair business, for example, you need to write down something. You need to plan. And in the plan, you need to write what product you want to sell. In terms of products, there's so many products on the market, and you surely cannot be wanting to sell every kind of hair. There's curly hair, there's straight hair, there are wigs, there's extensions. You can't be wanting to sell everything. So you need to decide what product you want to sell. What kind of hair do you want to sell? You can decide to sell one thing, for example, straight hair or bandos, and you just execute a plan to sell just that one particular thing, especially since you're starting out. Do not go out full blast to sell everything. It's not possible. You will not be able to do it. So choose one product that you want to sell, and so write it in your plan. Secondly, look at the finances that you have. You may start this business with no money, but if you have a little bit of money, for example, $500, write down that $500 and allocate that money. Every dollar should be going to do something. For example, you have $500. You say $100 is going to do buying the first hair that you need, because you need to first buy some hair and you test it to make sure that the hair is good. Another $100 may be going to your marketing, for example. So allocate every single money that you have to something and write that down. That's all in your plan. Then look at your customer base. Make sure you have looked at your customer base. Which people do you want to serve? Again, you cannot be wanting to serve everybody. You cannot be wanting to serve everybody. So narrow down and see that maybe you want to serve high school students, or 14, 15, 16, and university students. Maybe that's your age group. Or you want to sell to corporate women. Look for the people you want to sell to. Don't think of selling to everyone. It's not possible. It will not happen. It will be too much work that you might not even be able to get quarter way your plan or your business running. So look at your customer base. Write that down in your plan. Another thing, of course, wherever you are, make sure you get the license to run your business. Make sure your business is well registered, it's legal, so everything you're covered with government. Okay, so that's the number one thing you want to do, planning. The second thing you want to look into before you start a hair business is look for vendors. Now, I'm sure you've seen all over the internet, YouTube, people talking about vendors. Vendors have never been an easy thing to find. And you see that people sell their vendor lists. Well, the job is that you look for vendors. You have to look for vendors, and you don't look for just one person. Look for more than one. Test their hair, because every vendor, one time they will give you good hair, another time the product may not be the best. So you have to be changing between vendors, and you want to, vendors have different prices for different hair length. So all that has to be considered. So look and choose for vendors who are good, who will be able to supply your products on time, and who will be giving you good products. That's a job that really needs to be done. Don't just go into the business thinking, oh, I'll just make one phone call and I will find a vendor. No. Look, put your time, research, and see that you get people that will work with you. The other thing that you need to do or think about is advertising. Make an advertising strategy. See how you want to advertise. Of course, with advertising, you want to make sure that you're doing both offline and online. If it's offline, make sure you go to you make out flyers, take them to the mall, take them to different stores, ask people with businesses if you could leave your flyers at their reception desk areas. Go out locally in your area and give out flyers, attend local events, talk about your business. And when you're there, talk about your business, talk about what you're doing. Go out of your comfort zone and let people know what you're doing and how that you're the best hairdresser, or you have the best hair. So make an advertising strategy. Don't just think that once you get the hair, then you'll think about the advertising. No, plan ahead what you're going to do, where you're going to go. It's very important. So you prepare in your mind which people you're going to approach. So it just does not come impromptu. You don't want to do that. Plan everything. Plan your advertising. Also make sure that you're joining your local business groups in the area where you're staying. Look out for the business groups that are in there and join them. They always have events going on. They always have things that are happening that you could attend and also showcase your hair, let people know that you're in the area, so people can know what you're doing. Okay? So the fifth thing that you need to do in order to start a hair business is, in addition to advertising, also the marketing. How are you going to market? How are you going to tell other people beyond the ones that are around you about your business? You need to think about online. How are you going to advertise? Are you going to be making your paid advertisements? Are you going to be creating content on your social media platforms and telling people about your hair? All those things, you need to plan them. So make a marketing strategy too, so people will know, or people will see your content. And for you to be able to create content that's good and marketable, is you need to have found your customer base, and you need to have known the customer needs. What are their pain points? And when you find their pain points, you find a solution for them. If you do that, your content will be easy, or you'll be able to create content for those people. And once they see them, or once they see your videos, your content, they'll be able to resonate, and they will come and they'll be interested, and then they will buy from you. See? So before starting a hair business, make sure you have a plan before. The other thing is, you need to know how you're going to target your products to your particular audience. How are you going to show people that your products are there? You need to create what we call a journey map, where you know what people need, or what people are looking for in hair. Why do people use hair? Why are people using wigs? Why are people wearing these extensions? Why are people loving curly hair? Like, What is it that is making people to wear these products? When you find that, you will have a plan of targeting your hair to those people. I hope you get it. You need to target your products to your particular audience. So you don't get into a situation where you're trying to target everybody. Many businesses get into such a situation. You don't want to target everybody. Know who your target audience is. Okay? And that way you'll know their behavior, you know when people are willing to buy, you know what makes them buy. That's how you get to know your what we call the journey map of your customers. Okay. And the final thing that you need to know or to plan before starting a hair business is branding. You need to know how you're going to brand your business. Okay? Plan your brand with a lot of thought, because your brand is how people will perceive you, is the way people will know who you are. It's basically talking, it's the voice of your business. So it's your personality. You need to plan, put into thought your brand. Don't just come up with pink or orange or I don't know, I love this color, and you just think you're going to use those colors and whatever sign you need and package and go. No. Think about your brand. See that it's going or it's following within your audience. If your audience is, again, teenagers, 15, 16-year-olds, yeah, you could use shouting colors, pink, yes, and whatever logo that may go. If your people or your audience is a corporate class, also you have to look for appropriate colors. Brand according to your audience. So, for example, look at Amazon, their branding. And when you talk about Amazon, everyone trusts you. Everybody will just think, oh, Amazon, I can buy from there. My things will be here on time. Like they have a brand that has, they've invested in their brand, that they have brand equity. And so they get recognition and trust. And that's what we also need in your businesses. So you need to be able to plan your brand and have a plan and execute and come out on launch day with a brand that when somebody looks at your website, when somebody looks at your packaging, when somebody looks at your product, they actually feel they trust and they see a good product. So for anyone out there who is trying to start a hair business, who is thinking about starting a hair business in this 2024, those are the 7 things that you need to look into. And once you get the exact points, you'll be good to run in this business. Are there so many people in the area? Yes, the market is saturated for sure, but does it mean there are people who are not successful? No, there's so many people who are successful selling hair. So go ahead if you have the plan, if you have the passion, if you feel you want to start this hair business as a side hustle, go ahead. But begin with something small so you build onto that as you get more acquainted or as you get more customers. So that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for coming by. If you're new here, please continue or consider subscribing to the channel. I will see you all in my next video. Cheers.